Welcome back to another episode of Psychonaut Sessions, your home for all things psycho. This is your host, Daniel Mueller, and today I want to cover Relic Hunter by Adam Lemnah. Came out from Cosmic Lion Productions. So, a little bit here. This is a modern comic, very contemporary, just came out, and it is a saving grace for me. It is really hard for me to find books nowadays that I really enjoy and that I want to collect. I want more issues of, and that I'm willing to commit myself to a series. Not only that, but to find something that has the same sort of outlaw power comic elements of the kind of black and white comics that I personally love from the 80s and early 90s. This contains all of that. Thank you, Adam Lemnah. That this book was so inspiring. This is a large book, just to kind of give you some comparison. So this is kind of your normal graphic novel size. Adam Lemnah, kind of, well, he got his start doing filmmaking, and I believe he does that for a living. And he kind of started in the same community I did, the cartoonist kayfabe ringside seats community, and we even share some work together. We both have pieces in Weapon Ek, and I believe he started in Image Grand Disaster, which are some really good books that you can get from Cosmic Line Productions, as well as 100% Comics with Weapon Ek. Links, of course, will be in the description. So you see how big this book is. It's magazine size. Cosmic Line Productions is spearheaded by Eli Schwab, who is the best indie publisher out there right now. Hands down, just everything he produces is high quality. It's psychedelic. It's out there. It's unique. Everything about what he produces is unique. And Adam Lemnah is one of those diamonds that he found, and was able to prop up and help push out something just absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. You could not get, um, maybe you can get perfect. Maybe Adam will continue to surprise me. Um, so, Relic Hunter. Um, let's just dive in. I am not going to go through every element of this book because I don't want to spoil it. So I want you to go out there and buy it and support. So I'm just going to kind of walk through some of the bits fairly briefly. But I think he was kind of going for like a Savage Sword of Conan, or the old Conan kind of like magazine style where it's anthology based. So you get your main story, and then you also get pinups, and then like a side story, which is so much fun. I love that element. So Relic Hunter is written, created, and drawn by Adam Lemnah. Thank you, Eli, for your editing chops. And Christian Misi did the coloring on the cover, which is just gorgeous. I love the textures. Sorry, the light in here is not. It's a little wonky, so you're not getting like the deep, color tones and textures that is in the cover. But just trust me, it's amazing. So we do get a black and white book because Adam is kind of influenced by a lot of those kind of outlaw power comic-y styles from the 80s that I appreciate as well. So, I mean, obviously I would love this. And it's got a sword and sorcery element. And right away we are just getting met with this type of splash page that um, I love because you can, again, feel that like earnestness that's in the artwork. And some people like very sophisticated and polished art. I don't. I want art that I can feel what's going on. I can feel what's happening in the pen, because there's a level of expression that shows through in that, and Adam does that all over the page. I absolutely love it. So we get our main protagonist here, walking through a medieval city. It is the age of barbarism. Um, And so religious fanatics tear the Holy Land apart, battling for control over a land that people wish only to be left in peace. So a warrior enters Aleppo, his mind on the woman he loves and those who hold her. So, trigger warning, everybody, there is violence and nudity in this book. So turn away now if you don't want any part of that. So, of course, he walks into some sort of a tavern, and there's a woman dancing, and then we've got the entrance here where there's two guards posted at the entrance. A lot of detail, a lot of information being carried in a single panel. Again, I love certain types of outlaw power type comics. So these are genres for those who are maybe watching for the first time or not familiar. Outlaw comics and power comics are a subgenre of comic book art that has been denoted as something that is like can be amateurish, and I don't really like that definition of them. I think there are many highly skilled artists, Adam included, that have that outlaw and power comic style, but not amateurish at all. They know form, they know movement, they know texture and tone, and they know how to tell a story, which are the most important essential elements in sequential art, the form of comics. So we've got our protagonist here, Relic Hunter himself, coming up, and of course, state your business. And he takes off his glove or the wraps around his hand, and he has a gem embedded into his hand. And the knights, the guards, refer to it as the devil's mark, and say, "We got to take him out." And so while that's happening, the lady who is dancing recognizes him, and it's his lover. I love the expression on this face. I love the hyper amount of shading going into the backgrounds as well. And then we get her running after him. And of course, they're reunited, but the guards are not going to have it. So basically, they're saying this wench is Templar property. And here we go. We're going to get Relic Hunter throwing down with some guards. And of course, he's got a little reference to After Buscema there. So, John Buscema or Sal Buscema, I'm sure, were high references for him in this action sequence. So we get some stuff going on regarding, he's got this gem on his hand, providing some sort of supernatural power, but also we just get some good old fashioned sword wielding, bloody gore stabbing types of stuff that you want to see in a sword and sorcery book. Heck of a lot of power. That's why I love the term power, because there's so much power in these pages, in these panels. Any one of these could be like an image on a t-shirt, 100%, of course. So he gets his girl, but that's not the end of the story, ladies and gentlemen, because then they're being chased through the streets, and I really love this here. Not only do I love this running sequence, and I love this guy, holy shit, but I love how he's using the words, the onomatopoeia, the sound effects of the boom of him busting through a door as the panels themselves. That's a really cool, fun element. So, little something different. Like, as each page progresses, things really grow in the way that he tells the story, the different ways in which he starts experimenting with panel space, which is a lot of fun. And honestly, gosh, I don't want to give away too much more because it's so good. It's so good. It's so much fun. He encounters this wizard character, and I can't remember the characters' names. This is Al Adoui, this character, and they've known each other from the past. And so he's an evil type wizard that is, I guess, kind of running the Knights Templar. That's the Templars. So they're about ready to throw down, and they do throw down, and it is freaking awesome. And you get a little bit of backstory of this character as well, where this gem came from, the backstory of the two of them. And yeah, I don't want to spoil it. So you've got to go buy the book and kind of find out. But it doesn't end. I mean, there's going to be a continuation, and he's going to have a book too. And I know he's working on it right now. And praise the heavens. And so we also get a really cool pinup gallery. Displaying some really unique artists in the independent community. A lot of them I completely admire. We got Anton William Blake with a really nice solid piece here. We've got Jessica Moore doing the Evil Wizard, Ala Dewey. That is an album cover waiting to happen. Tony Wolf, he's an actor in the community, so he's kind of doing a Frazetta homage. But he's also an amazing comics creator as well, and he's got a great book that you can get at Cosmic Line Productions as well. Alex Delaney, always solid, great figure work. This is a reference to Buscema as well. And of course, the venerable Brian Payne of Zinc Comics. You can't get much more amazing and pop. You can't get more pop than Brian Payne. He is the epitome of pop in comics, if you ask me. I adore this man. A lot of fun. He always takes very fun, unique renditions of everything. Ken Landgraf, who has contributed to one of my own comics, Simon Myth Chronicles, he contributed a pin-up as well. Ken Landgraf, he is a absolute legend in the outlaw comics history in the 1980s, starting with New York City Outlaws, Apocalypse, was it Apocalypse 5000? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting. Most recently, Ink Zeitgeist. So Ken Landgraf, incredible. And we get more work from Adam, Craig C.K., an awesome comic homage cover with a little bit of like an Archie sort of vibe, which is totally fun, totally unique. And Jerome Cabanatan, I mean, you just like amazing, just so much energy in this stuff. And then we get a second story written by Manny Gomez and with art by Rick Lopez. So, like, how can you get better than that? Rick Lopez is amazing. Manny is awesome. So we get another story, and I don't really want to spoil it, but if you know Rick Lopez, otherwise known as Doom Days, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get awesome, wild psychedelia, which was kind of like a little bit of what Adam really wanted to bring to this. Not for it to just be a sword and sorcery vibe, but to have a strong psychedelia sort of, like heavy metal magazine sort of vibe as well. And then we get a full-on, just kind of biographical excerpt with some extra artwork of Adams to just kind of, talk through his process of just, starting in filmmaking and then moving into wanting to make comics, how he got kind of started in the community, and where the conception of Relic Hunter came from, which I love this. Like, who doesn't love this stuff? Like, the best thing ever is to be able to kind of like read the artist's story and get to know them a little bit and how the character is created and get some of the behind the scenes. Absolutely amazing stuff. So I know there's more coming out from Adam. There's going to be a Relic Hunter #2, and I cannot wait. Here's a cool ad for Cosmic Lion Productions. Like I said, they have so many great books out there, including Ghost Agents, written by Rocco Jerome, Space Knights, just Like Kevin Catalan is amazing. This is Tony Wolf. I referred to earlier. Um, Weird Miss, Arcane. In fact, I think I have an interview in this issue with a writer in Arcane #3. All great works done by Eli, and of course we get Catalan's pin up in the very back. My camera is freaking out on this for some reason. It's just like can't handle the amount of blacks, I guess, along with the black background. But that's Relic Hunter, ladies and gentlemen. Again, highly recommended. Please go out and buy it. Support Adam, support all of the awesome, unique creators at Cosmic Lion Productions. Because the more we can support them, the more we're going to keep getting kick-ass comics, which is what I want. So thank you for watching, listening. Please hit the buttons for liking, subscribing, and all that shit. You can find links down below for some of my own stuff, including books and merch. But whatever. Go buy Relic Hunter. And everybody out there, stay safe and keep it psycho.